Hey there, ladies. Claire here, and I want to show you, this is a checklist where you'll always have the most recent version on your particular web page, and I break it down to how to create your Leadpages opt-in page. It's the first section, right? We want to get it all set up so people can sign up for our webinar. Then, if I scroll down, then once we have that, we're going to want to promote the webinar. We want to get people to sign up. And then I've got a checklist on what to do before the webinar to prepare, and just a couple of reminders when you're doing the webinar live, and then how to follow up after the webinar. So in this call, I'm going to focus just in the very beginning. Let's get it all set up, and let's get our Leadpages, our opt-in page. So first of all, Leadpages. Some of you may already have your own Leadpages account, and some of you may not. Let me know. You might be able to borrow my Leadpages. It all depends on who else I have using it, because I create an unlimited number of Leadpages, but it is restricted as far as the email systems, because we want your lead page to be directly synced up to your email management system, right? People are automatically being added to your list. So if you've spoken with me and I said, yep, absolutely, it makes sense, use my pages, and else is using your email provider right now, then here's the login information right up here. But ultimately, it's going to start with figuring out, picking a layout, a template, and figuring out what your day and time is that you're going to hold it, and the bullets, which is what are you going to cover. And we want this to be enticing enough for people to give you their name and email address. So let me click on here. This is bringing us to Leadpages. And normally it would have you log in, but I guess they still have me logged in. But first what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here where it says Templates. And they have templates created. There are going to be two pages we're creating, actually. We're going to create the webinar opt-in page, and we're also going to create a thank you page, a page that they're going to go to once they sign up for the webinar. So first let's go to our opt-in page, which is under Webinar Pages. And you'll be able to look through, and they have lots of different options. So just pick one that works for you, that looks, some of these won't make sense because they've got two people. It's like a co-presenter. Now, I like this one down here. I also like the one, let me scroll up a bit, the one where there is a countdown clock. It shows you, okay, you only have 3 more days to sign up. Here we go. Here's an example, this one right here. So let me go into one of these. Actually, let me even go into the clock one. I'm going to go into here. This is just asking you what your industry is. I think they're just gathering information. Now, for your Leadpages, you can either create it or you can ask Megan to create it. She is well-versed in how to do this. But you'll see that this is so darn cool. All right, it allows you, just click on something, and then you enter it here. So for me, what would it be? Claire Luffman, business mentor. And then I'm just okaying it. The title. Change the title over here. Claim my spot. Do you want it to say claim my spot, or do you want it to say something else? I keep as much of it, the wording that they have, just because they've tested these left and right to get you the best conversion, meaning they want as many people that you bring to this page to be enticed enough to sign up. I'm clicking here. You can see you can change that. You can have it say something down here. And I'm also going to want you to have it where you're asking for their first name and their email address. So I'll show you how you do that. And then reserve my seat. Is that what you want it to say? So again, you'll see, you'll just be saving it and changing it. These are your bullets. So what is it that you're going to be showing in your webinar? Obviously changing the date. Your picture. You upload an image. All right. All this. Do you want to, anything here too can be hidden. Let's say you don't want this warning sign. Well, there's a way to hide it. sorry, I just had to click on it. So, warning section, visible or hidden. Maybe you want that hidden. Okay. So you create the page, and let me just save it as a testing. Testing Claire. Okay. So I've saved it. Now I've showed you how easy it is to change over here, but there's a couple of things over here. There's the opt-in form integration. I want to go through these. The opt-in form integration. Sorry, it's saving my page. Okay. This opt-in form integration, this is where you're going to pick. This system has already been used for some of my clients that have had Aweber, MailChimp, Constant Contact, One Shopping Cart. One Shopping Cart's mine. So let me go to One Shopping Cart. And then One Shopping Cart is done differently, actually. It is done where One Shopping Cart gives you the HTML code. But maybe you're part of Aweber. Aweber as well might give you embedded HTML code. Some of them, though, I think maybe MailChimp, it'll actually pull over your list names because, again, you want to create a list, an email list in your email system, right, where it's going to say, okay, everyone that's signing up for this webinar, add them to this list. So what we're going to do over here is we're going to get your opt-in page set up to your email system, so the opt-in form integration. Over here, see where it says use name? It's set to no. But if we set it to yes, sorry, it's going to ask me for all that. But if we set it to yes, then when you hit claim my spot now, it would not just have the email. It would have the name in the email. All right, so we want to get it linked up to your opt-in form, your email management system. These are your SEO settings. So go ahead and put the title, the description, any of your keywords. Track code, I'm going to show you this after. When we do Facebook ads, we are going to want to put a tracking code on your thank you page. And then this is where you can change colors. I wouldn't worry about it at this point. Just, again, they've figured out what colors and words and everything work the best. Dynamic controls. This is important when you've got the clock, the drop-down box clock, as well as we want to get it so that it is tied up to your Facebook page. All right, so dynamic controls. If you have a clock timer, you're going to put in, and it's military-ish time. So let's say your webinar is, March 15th, 2014, and then whatever the time is. But again, it's a 24-hour clock. You'll put that. Your Twitter language is English. Your Twitter ID. So if you want it to be synced up to your Twitter account, do that. This Facebook comment URL, don't keep it Leadpages. Put your URL, your Facebook business page URL. You can even change if they retweet it, what's the default message, the Twitter message. Okay? So that's pretty much all you need to do there. So that's important. And I'm exiting out, but you want to save it. Egg pop out, this is if I always put no. This is if they're leaving it. You're like, are you really, really sure I want to do that? But anyway, that gives you an idea, and then you just save the page. Okay? So at this point, that's what I'm wanting you to do, is just create the draft page. Now, the bullets that you use is going to be really important. We want this to be really compelling. We want the title to be really compelling, right, for people to give that valuable name and email address. Okay, so that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be creating your draft opt-in page. Now there's all the technical components. Like I said, we want to link the page to your email system. So in order to do that, you want to create a new list in your email system. I normally just call it, webinar and then the date. So when I email out my email newsletters on Thursday, I send it to all of my lists. But I do want to create a separate list for this webinar. And then for people who are opting into the webinar, we want to schedule a series of emails to go out them. You want an initial thank you email. You want an email to go out the day before the webinar, and one to go out, I actually have an hour before, but 30 minutes before is actually ideal. One to go out 30 minutes before. I'm going to click here. You can actually see just the example emails. You obviously make them your own. This just gives you an example of something that maybe I would send as their initial, registered email, and then the day before email, and then an hour, or really, like I said, 30 minutes before email would be ideal, I am finding. So just make those your own, okay? But you want to go ahead and you'll get those all set up in your email management system. Now I've got it listed here, advanced. This is if you'd like the participants to have a handout of the webinar, which I'm going to start doing. I want them to have they're taking notes and it could be really powerful. Then you'd want to include the link to the handout in these series of emails, right? You'd want them to be getting them before the webinar. Now, I talked about creating 2 different pages. We also want to create a thank you page, so a page that they're going to go to automatically when they register. I have an example for you. Now, this example page, sorry, that link's not working. That's okay. I'll show you here. Let me get out of here. Okay, this is my lead page. So let me go to one of my thank you pages. Here we go. Okay, so here's an example of a thank you page that they would automatically go to. So it has my header, thank you, looking forward to connecting on my upcoming webinar. I created just a very generic video, so I don't have to update it every single time I do a new webinar. It's just here. Let me even put it. Oh, it's taking a minute in preview mode. But anyway, it essentially just says, thanks so much, and looking forward to seeing you. And as we speak, an email is on its way to you with all the information. And in the meantime, then I walk them through 2 things I'd like for them to do. I'd love to connect on Facebook. So we want to make sure that this is connected to your business page so they can like it right away. And I also say that they can sign up for a time to chat, get on the phone. So this is even before the webinar. Some people may do that now, even before they heard from you on the webinar. So if they were to click here, it's going to bring them to I don't know why it's super slow, sorry. It's going to bring them to a place where they can sign up to have a conversation with me. Okay. So let's go back here. And what I want to do is I want to show you where you find, let me get here, the thank you pages. So we'll go back to templates. On here on the left-hand side, you see thank you pages. There's lots of different options to choose from. This is the one I went with. So with this, again, I changed the logo. I changed what it said here. I had a video that I recorded. I uploaded to YouTube, right? And then YouTube, you right-click and get the embedded code, which you copy and paste here. So my video, again, it's a generic video I use for every single webinar. Like in Facebook, so again, this is where under dynamic controls, you want to make sure that your Facebook URL is not Leadpages, or else they'll be liking Leadpages. You want it to be your business page. And you can change this to whatever. This is where, again, I'd love for us to get on the phone and chat. And then they link to the page where they find out more about how to sign up and apply for a conversation with me. All right. And then you want to link the thank you page to your Leadpages opt-in. So you just want to make sure that it's linked in. Now my email system, it's very different because when I create my opt-in list in one shopping cart, it's in one shopping cart that I tell them the URL of the thank you page. So but not all of them are like that. So what we just want to make sure is that your lead page opt-in, meaning when they opt in for your webinar, we want to make sure they're automatically linked into your thank you page. So what does that mean? That means we need to have some URLs. So how do you publish your lead pages? Lead pages gives you lots of different options. So let me go ahead. Let's go back to lead pages. And let me go to, I'm just Xing out of here. Let me go to my test one. Okay, so there's a publish button here. Let me click on that. All right, it gives you lots of different options. It can instantly be published where it sits on Leadpages. So it's on Leadpages server. Or it could be on my press site. But it's not actually on my site. It uses my domain. This is what I do. You can download your Leadpages WordPress plugin. So it's a free plugin that will go on your WordPress site. And then what that means is you actually publish it from your WordPress site. So let me show you that. Let me log into my WordPress site. Come on. Super slow. And you'll see on the left-hand side here, because I downloaded and installed the Leadpages plugin, it's right here. But let me click on Leadpages. And you'll see these are all the pages that I've created. But you can add new. And then let's just say that I was wanting to publish that testing. Actually, you could, all pages are here, but it just knows the most recent one. And you name it whatever. This would be the pub URL. So it goes on Kluffman.com instead of it being on Leadpages. And it could be, test, which I'm not going to do, and then you publish it and it's instantly published. If anyone goes to that URL, they go to your opt-in page, which is pretty cool. It could actually also go to your Facebook business page. So let me show you that. And what is there is, I said yes, also publish there. It actually creates this little icon, Leadpages. Now, you could change Leadpages, which I should have changed here, to, Select Now. And it has the title. So this I actually created a little graphic. But if I were to click on here, you'll see that actually Leadpages, my opt-in page, is now on, within Facebook, which is pretty cool. And they can sign up here for it while being within Facebook. So that's pretty as well. And then your own server, I don't even know how to do that. Let's not worry about that, though. But there's lots of different ways that you can publish, meaning now people can start signing up for your webinar. And that's what we want to do, right? And then just double check everything's working. I mean, go to your site. Go to whatever you just did for Leadpages, right? So let's say, let me go to one of my old ones. Here we go, one I did in December. So go to what you just published, the opt-in, and, sorry, again, it's not normally this slow. And then sign up. Put your own email address. See what everything looks like. Make sure you go to your thank you page. Make sure you got the autoresponder email saying, thanks so much for signing up. All right, so that's what you're doing up to this point, is getting that all set up, and then we'll talk about how to promote it and actually get people into your webinar. All right, ladies, I'm looking forward to talking with you all soon. Bye.